Good morning. I would like to welcome you to the University of Kentucky's College of Nursing's PhD and DNP graduate recognition ceremony celebrating the May 2020 doctoral graduates. What an unprecedented year this has been. Please know this event is not replacing the commencement ceremony, which will be scheduled by the University of Kentucky at such a time as it can be held when it is safe. At this time, May 2020 graduates will be hooded by their faculty during that announced date that is planned for the near future. As a courtesy to the graduates we are recognizing today over Zoom, we ask that you keep your microphones muted during this event. This Zoom session will be closed at 11:05. Zoom participants who exit the event will not be able to rejoin. Should you experience technical difficulties, please join this event on the University of Kentucky College of Nursing YouTube channel. This event will be recorded and is also being live streamed on the UK College of Nursing YouTube page. Now let's begin our recognition ceremony. College faculty members and staff, family and friends, and you, the graduates. It is indeed my honor to welcome you this morning to our virtual recognition ceremony, a significant milestone for 25 doctoral prepared nursing graduates. That's 23 DNP and 3 PhD. It is also my honor to extend greetings from President Eli Capilouto and Provost David Blackwell, along with a special invitation to join us later this year at Rupp Arena for the university commencement, once it is safe for all of us to be together again. Before we begin, there are several distinguished student leaders and faculty leaders on Zoom with us that I would like to recognize for their support that they have provided our graduates. As you look at this slide, you will see representation of our graduate nursing activities and advisory committee members and faculty advisors. From left to right, Leanne Kuhnman, Chair, Heather Russell, Chair-elect, Brittany Estridge, Secretary, Deanna Hamilton, Treasurer, Salman Al-Rashidi, Member at Large, Daniel Williams, DNP Member at Large, Salman was the PhD Member at Large, Dr. Jennifer Miller, Faculty Advisor, and Dr. Martha Biddle, Faculty Advisor. Presented on this next slide, you will see our senior administrators who help support our graduate education. Dr. Terry Linney, Senior Associate Dean, Dr. Sheila Melander, Associate Dean of MSN and DNP Faculty and Practice Affairs, Dr. Patricia Howard, Senior Associate Dean for Norton Healthcare Partnership, Dr. Tom Kelly, Associate Dean of Research and PhD Faculty Affairs, Dr. Kristen Ashford, Associate Dean of Undergraduate Faculty and IPE Affairs, Dr. Debra Moser, Assistant Dean of PhD Program Studies and Scholarly Affairs, Dr. Debbie Hampton, Assistant Dean of MSN and DNP Program Affairs, Kathy Collins, Graduate Student Affairs Officer. Thank you. And if we weren't on mute, I know our graduates would give a round of applause. So let's do a virtual thumbs up. As mentioned in the beginning, the Doctor of Nursing Practice and Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing graduates, those individuals will be able to participate with faculty in the official hooding ceremony at the university commencement later this year. For today, regardless if you are viewing from your living room or your front porch or at your kitchen table, we are virtually celebrating both groups of graduates who have earned a terminal doctoral degree in nursing, with the DNP emphasizing the scholarship of evidence-based nursing practice and PhD emphasizing the science of knowledge development in nursing. Doctoral preparation is a critical component of our land-grant research-intensive university with an academic healthcare center. Even during the COVID-19 global pandemic, our graduates have been able to generate and disseminate groundbreaking new knowledge and evidence-based projects applicable to not just individuals, but entire populations. This then allows for the development, utilization, and translation of knowledge across practice settings, in clinical practice groups, producing positive, evidence-based, patient-centered outcomes. There is perhaps no other event in the life of a graduate student that compares with the gravity and symbolism of hooding ceremony. Just imagine us being together at Rupp Arena this morning. Each of us would display our regalia in the midst of the pageantry of the ceremony, with its roots in medieval times, dating to the tradition of Europe's first universities. In those early times, the dress of the student and the scholar was that of the clergy, and the long gowns were likely worn for warmth. The hoods were worn to keep off rain and snow. In the United States, the academic dress has been continuous since colonial times, having been derived from traditions of early universities worldwide. Threaded throughout our virtual presentation today and on several of your faculty that you will see on the screen, the images of the robe and the hood reflect the level of education, and the color in the hood represents the colors of the university that awards the degree. As you know, the colors of the University of Kentucky are blue and white, but you may not know that the colors were adopted in 1992. The color for nursing is apricot, as determined by the nursing faculty at Yale University in 1927. And it too has been continuous since that time. So until we see everyone in full regalia to be recognized at the university commencement for hooding, please know we are exceedingly proud of your accomplishments and wish you the very best in your new journey as nurse scientists, scholarly advanced practice nurses, committed educators and mentors, and executive nurse leaders. Your years of hard work have finally paid off. You have earned this knowledge that will empower yourself and communities in the Commonwealth and beyond. It is at this time that I would normally ask all of our faculty and staff to stand to be recognized for their tireless dedication for the success of our graduates. I know they do this out of a true passion for mentoring our students to become the next generation of nurse leaders, scholars, and practitioners. Our graduate students and their advisors form a very special bond while working together during the doctoral program of study. It is a bond that will last beyond today. Thus, even our virtual recognition ceremony is special for both our graduates and their faculty advisors and mentors. So please join me in giving our faculty, your mentors, your advisors, the thumbs up. Thumbs up, everybody. Thank you. And last, but certainly not least, I extend my welcome to all the family and friends who have joined us today. We thank you for your love and support of these graduates and join you in celebrating their achievement, earning the highest degree awarded by the university, an accomplishment for which each and every one of you can be proud. So graduates, wherever you are, whoever you are with sharing this moment, give them a CDC approved hug or a fist bump or an elbow bump, or just give them a good old fashioned hug right now at this point. Congratulations and thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce Dr. Debra Moser, Assistant Dean of the PhD Program in Scholarly Affairs, and the Linda C. Gill Endowed Chair of Nursing. Dr. Moser will recognize the Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing degree candidates. Dr. Moser.
Thank you, Dean Heath, and welcome everyone to this really momentous occasion in the life of our graduates. The PhD degree confers the status of Doctor of Philosophy. The term philosophy is translated from its original Greek meaning, love of wisdom. The PhD degree is the highest research credential that is offered in most disciplines and is bestowed only in those cases in which the recipient has been able to demonstrate the ability to conduct a program of scholarly work that results in a significant advancement or enhances the wisdom in their field of study. The students who are receiving their PhD degrees today have achieved this distinction through their scholarly efforts. They have contributed to expanding wisdom in the academic discipline of nursing. The titles of their PhD projects will provide a little insight into the significant advances in knowledge that they have contributed through their efforts in this program. And while PhD prepared nurses are able to assume many important roles in society, first and foremost, they are scientists, researchers, and have a love of generating new knowledge upon which others can build or that directly impacts the health of individuals, families, and communities by preventing and managing illness. I will now introduce each of the student's advisors, who will then introduce their student and tell you a little bit about the student and their work. I would now like to introduce Dr. Ellen Hahn.
Thank you, Deborah. Good morning, everyone. I have the distinct pleasure to introduce to you Yazan Amraya. Yazan's project was tobacco use and nicotine withdrawal among patients with mental illness. And I was pleased to work with Dr. Okoli, Dr. Rains, and Dr. Stutz. Yazan came to us from Jordan, and he plans to take a faculty position back home later this summer. UK was so lucky to have Yazan as a PhD student. He's a dedicated professional who values and practices excellence in everything he does. Dr. Okoli and I had the pleasure of watching Yazan grow into a promising early stage investigator. Yazan published an outstanding measurement paper prior to graduation that formed part of his dissertation. He also was a co-author on 2 of Dr. Okoli's peer-reviewed papers. Publishing during PhD study is indeed the gold standard, and Yazan met that bar. Yazan was a much appreciated and highly contributing member of not only Dr. Okoli's research team, but also Dr. Lavara Williams' research team as a student. Look for Yazan to be an international leader in nicotine addiction and treatment research among persons with mental illness and substance use disorder. Please join me in thanking Yazan for his outstanding service in clinical practice at Good Samaritan in the medical intensive care unit during this pandemic. Congratulations, Dr. Almrea. All right, and then next, so everybody hopefully clapped. Next, I have the pleasure of introducing Stacy Stanifer. Stacy's dissertation was Residential Radon Exposure, Its Contribution to Lung Cancer, and Social Determinants of Radon Testing. On her advisory committee was myself, Dr. Rains, Dr. Okoli, and Dr. Mark Dignan. Stacy's clinical expertise in oncology nursing informed her laser focus on cancer prevention and control research while in the PhD program. She interviewed me as part of a course assignment early on in the program, and I recall that she had very insightful questions, and it was clear to me then that she wanted to make a difference in preventing cancer, not only treating it. While holding down a full-time clinical position at Baptist Health and raising 3 young girls, Stacy likely holds the record for obtaining the most scholarship and travel funding sources during her PhD program of study. I think I counted 7 different funding sources that supported her PhD study and scholarly activities. Keep your eye out for Stacy to make big changes in how we conduct radon risk reduction research and how we practice cancer prevention in the future. Congratulations, Dr. Stanifer. Yay.
Thank you, Dr. Hahn. And I would now like to introduce Dr. Gia Mudd-Martin.
Hi, my name is Gia Mudd-Martin, and I have the privilege of introducing and congratulating Caitlin Voigt-Key, whose dissertation title was Associations Between Psychosocial Stressors, Genes, and Cardiovascular Disease in At-Risk Adults. I've had the pleasure of working with and mentoring Katie since 2013 when she first enrolled in the research internship program as an undergraduate nursing student. Needless to say, I was thrilled when Katie decided a few years later to enter the UK College of Nursing PhD program. As her advisor and dissertation chair in the program, I have had the privilege to watch Katie develop into a stellar nurse scientist. Katie was among the first students at the university to be recognized as a health disparities researcher equalizing access for minorities, or DREAM scholar, because even as an undergraduate student, she recognized that medically underserved and under-resourced communities were not benefiting from advances in health, and particularly advances that were offered through genetic research. This recognition, coupled with her awareness of the potential for tremendous benefit of great understanding, really has underpinned her development as a scientist. And it's not surprising that in 2018, she was awarded a nationally competitive fellowship at the National Institutes of Nursing Research Summer Genetics Institute. Mrs. Key, I still want to say Ms. Voigts, Mrs. Key is bright and has innovative ideas that can move nursing science forward. She has the enthusiasm and the willingness to invest her time and energy in the hard work that is necessary to accomplish the type of cutting edge research that can improve health outcomes for patients and communities. Katie, it has been a pleasure to serve as your mentor through all these years, and I look forward to continuing to work with you and collaborate with you as we work together as you begin your postdoctoral work. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mudd-Martin. So now please join me in giving all of our PhD graduates a big thumbs up. And at the end, we'll all have open mics for a round of applause and congratulations. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Sheila Melander, Associate Dean of the MSN and DNP Faculty Affairs and Practice.
Thank you, Dr. Moser. It's my pleasure to get to speak with all of you this morning. And I thought I would start out by just telling you a little bit about the Doctorate of Nursing Practice. It is a degree that was started in 2001 at the University of Kentucky, and it's designed for nurses seeking a terminal degree that will provide them with increased clinical knowledge and expertise directly related to a specialty within nursing. And it's also chosen by nurses seeking some of the highest level positions in clinical nursing leadership, administration, and management. Quotes from the Institute of Medicine, the Joint Commission, the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, along with professional nursing organizations like the American Association of Colleges of Nursing and the National Organization of Nurse Practitioner Faculties, state that consensus has been determined that the DNP produces leaders in advanced clinical practice that can meet the demands for safe, high quality, and affordable care while creating meaningful change in our nation's healthcare system. Nurses who have completed the DNP are making significant impacts on quality, efficiencies, and effectiveness of healthcare systems throughout our US and through their contributions in clinical practice on advocacy and health policy, implementation and evaluation of evidence-based practice, and also through their many contributions through nursing education. Experts are predicting wide growth in healthcare for the upcoming decade, with nursing remaining at the top of the job growth market. With this predicted growth, the profession has the potential to dramatically and positively impact change in the delivery of healthcare. And to demonstrate this growth, in 2019, there were 19,817 DNP students enrolled and prepared to graduate. And in the last 10 years, DNP program enrollment across the US has increased by over 220%. You're going to hear us talk specifically about our UK DNP students and their DNP projects in just a bit. And I want to let you know that the DNP program and all DNP programs are distinguished by the completion of a specific project designed to demonstrate the mastery of an advanced specialty within nursing practice. The final DNP project must address a critical gap in patient and/or system needs and documents the student's educational experiences and provides a way to evaluate the immersion experience while summarizing the student's growth in knowledge and expertise. We are very excited about the work that these students have done, which has required intense discussion and planning, and are impacting care processes and procedures across our area. Our graduates are prepared to be the future leaders in our healthcare arenas and are up to the challenges through their work and preparation. We look forward to watching their growth and watching everything they'll accomplish in their new advanced practice roles. So without further ado, let me turn this over so you can meet our graduates. I will now introduce each of the students' advisors, who will introduce their student and tell you a bit about that student and their work. So I will begin with our pediatric nurse practitioner graduates, and I'd like to first introduce Dr. Diana Inman to you for that.
Good morning. It is my pleasure to introduce Cassandra Starks, who completed her DNP project on screen times and the effects on ADHD. It's been a pleasure to mentor Cassie, precept her, and advise her throughout the DNP program at the University of Kentucky. Her work is already making an impact. She created an infographic to hand out to patients in primary care on screen time. I'm looking forward to following her and her important work that she will be doing as a pediatric nurse practitioner. Congratulations, Dr. Burns-Starks.
Thank you, Dr. Inman. I would now like to introduce Dr. Leslie Scott.
Thank you, Dr. Melander. I would like to begin by introducing Laura Hunt and congratulate her. The title of her project was The Effectiveness of a School-Based Asthma Education Program for 8 to 10-year-old children. She started with her BSN degree here at UK in 2017 and joined the DNP program later that year. What I think is most outstanding about Dr. Hunt is her community service and her willingness to bring all of her knowledge back and impact her local community. She has volunteered with the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation. I was able to work with her for a week side by side at a Kentucky Diabetes Camp for Children. So I was able to see a different side and I enjoyed that. Her project allowed her to hopefully impact the health and wellness and safety of children in her local community. And I look forward to seeing her do great things. Congratulations. I'd like to next introduce Alicia Carr. She's in the acute care nurse practitioner program. The title of her project was Neonatal Abstinence Syndrome: Is Targeted Umbilical Cord Drug Screening Effective in Determining Risk of Withdrawal? Dr. Carr started off with a bachelor's degree in psychology. She earned her BSN in 2015, from Arkansas State University. And she also started the program in 2017 here at UK. She is the recipient of the Teresa Ann Free Pediatric Nurse Practitioner Scholarship Award and a 2-time recipient of the Major Troy Gibson and Lieutenant Colonel Sally Siebert Scholarship Award. She's currently working locally at Hardin Memorial, where she implemented her program or her DNP project. And she's the newest, or soon to be, newest member at Nationwide Children's Hospital. So I look forward to also seeing her replicate her project and really hopefully impact some of our smallest children in the area. So congratulations, Dr. Carr. And then last but certainly not least, I'd like to introduce you to Lindsay Shader. The title of her project, Increasing Medication Compliance in Pediatric Asthma Patients by Implementing a Medication Dosing Chart for Home Use. Dr. Shader also started her nursing career here at the University of Kentucky. She's a 2012 graduate and entered in 2017 into the primary care program here. What's most exciting is Dr. Shader was actually able to implement a project locally, which happens to be ranked number 7 in the US for asthma rates among children. So I'm really excited to see what kind of an impact that she's going to have on the children of her community. And so congratulations. And thank you, Dr. Melander.
Thank you, Dr. Scott. So that concludes our pediatric DNP graduates. So at this time, we'd like to recognize our family nurse practitioner graduates, and I'd like to first introduce Dr. Janie Daniels.
Well, okay. So I get to introduce Alex Bolts, who I was his chairperson for his project. Alex is a very thoughtful thinker and speaker. And I think that all stems from his experience and his oncology nursing practice, which he was able to carry forward into his project. He worked, and I mean tirelessly, to conceptualize cancer skin screening and prevention beyond a chart review or a simple information handout. He trialed a face app that shows the effects of sun exposure over time. His project was centered on mothers of children right around the school age and how they might be able to be better role models for their kids in using sun protection. The goal right now is that I think he is going to submit his abstract to NAPNAP for either a poster or podium presentation. And frankly, Dr. Bolds represents what a DNP can bring to a practice setting. Congratulations, Alex.
Thank you, Dr. Daniels. We'll continue in the FNP track. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Julie Osage.
Gotta unmute. Sorry about that. I would like to introduce Karina Hughes. The title of Karina's project was Evaluating Providers' Perceptions on Preconception Care for Women with Substance Use Disorders. I feel lucky to have been Karina's advisor during her DNP program. Karina has most definitely left her mark on the college, and I think it's safe to say throughout the college. She has been involved in many activities, most of which were above and beyond what was required for any course. Karina consistently sought out opportunities in which she could learn more or learn something new, or could challenge herself, or could grow as a person, or something to help her become a better NP. Although I admit I had to rein her in a few times, it was certainly fun to witness. I admire Karina's drive to be a better version of herself, and most importantly, I admire her drive to make the world a better place. As one of the primary care faculty recently said, we will be reading about Karina one day. She is going places, and I could not agree more. Karina has applied for 3 urology fellowships, as her dream job is to work with women in the area of sexual health. And not surprisingly, she's heard back from all 3 and has interviews at 2 and an offer pending, and another one pending the pandemic situation. So she will definitely be working to learn more about urology so that she can be the best in her dream job, which doesn't that sound like Karina? Karina, I wish you the best. I know you will do great things. I'm so happy for you as you finish this step and move on to even greater opportunities. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Osage. It is my pleasure to next introduce you to Dr. Sharon Locke.
I'm pleased to introduce Elizabeth Kinney. The title of Elizabeth's project was College Campus Outreach to Increase Chlamydia Screenings. Elizabeth is a two-time graduate of the University of Kentucky College of Nursing, having received her Bachelor of Science degree in nursing from UK in 2013, and now her Doctor of Nursing Practice degree in the Family Nurse Practitioner program. I've been Elizabeth's advisor since she was admitted to the program and got to know her better when I was her preceptor during her first clinical rotation at the College of Nursing Clinic in Wilmore. While she was in the DNP program, Elizabeth went to school part-time and worked full-time in the emergency department at UK Chandler Medical Center. Elizabeth also has had 2 babies while she was in the program and was so dedicated to her studies that she brought her first baby, who was only a few days old, to class so she could do a group presentation with her fellow classmates. So congratulations, Elizabeth. It's been a pleasure working with you as your advisor. I know you'll provide excellent patient care as a doctorally prepared family nurse practitioner.
Thank you, Dr. Locke. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Elizabeth Tovar to finish up our FNP track graduates.
My pleasure to introduce Dr. Scarlett Mikesell Pierce. We have worked together for 3 years now, and you started out as an acute care nurse practitioner, and you really had a passion for a family nurse practitioner. You worked as a labor and delivery nurse and decided that you wanted to get more training in pediatrics and adults, and so you quit that job and took a new job so that you could learn more and be the best family nurse practitioner you could be. The title of your project was Improving First Dose Administration of the HPV Vaccine for Adolescents in a Pediatric Primary Care Clinic. Scarlett worked one-on-one with patients and their family members to talk about the HPV vaccination and to discuss barriers to actually getting it. And she created a significant impact and actually improved their vaccination rate. So very proud of that and what she'll continue to do with that. Personally, Scarlett has been very busy during the last 3 years. She met, fell in love, and got married with the love of her life. Jimmy Pierce, and she continued to be a mom to 3 beautiful kids, Cooper, Gleason, and Maverick. She also was able to have time for 3 bucket list trips to Israel and Alaska during all this time. And her next steps include, she's looking forward to taking care of her community by providing faith-based medicine as a family nurse practitioner. So I'm very proud of you, Scarlett. I can't wait to see all the big things you do. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Tovar. So next, we will move to our executive leadership graduates, and I would like to first introduce you to Dr. Debra Hampton. And Dr. Hampton is also our Assistant Dean for the MSN and DNP program, and also the DNP Program Director.
Thank you, Dr. Melander. It's my honor to first recognize Stephanie Fugate. Stephanie Fugate is in our MSN to DNP Executive Leadership Program. Stephanie's DNP project was focused on the impact of clinical reasoning seminars on medical, surgical, specialty HESI exam scores. Stephanie is certified as an acute care nurse practitioner, and as a new acute care nurse practitioner, she worked at the Cleveland Clinic Foundation in the cardiothoracic unit. After returning to Lexington, she worked at UK Healthcare with neurology and pulmonary clinics, and she worked with the hospitalist group at Central Baptist Hospital. Stephanie has worked with the College of Nursing in a variety of full-time positions, including leadership roles. Stephanie currently is the course coordinator for the senior high acuity course, and she also works with new graduate nurses in the BSN residency at UK. Stephanie plans to publish her paper from her DNP project in Nurse Educator, and I know we're going to see some amazing things here for it in academia in the future from Stephanie. Congratulations, Dr. Fugate. The next student I'd like to recognize is Tamara Langley. Tamara also is in our MSN DNP Executive Leadership Program. Tamara's DNP project was focused on the treatment of headache associated with subarachnoid hemorrhage. Tamara is also certified as an acute care nurse practitioner. As a new nurse practitioner, she began her practice at UK Healthcare and has worked in critical care medicine and the pulmonary departments at UK Healthcare. She is currently an advanced practice provider supervisor and is the director of the Advanced Practice Critical Care Fellowship Program at UK Healthcare. Tamara has developed a plan for promotion and development of APPs in the Division of Critical Care Medicine at UK Healthcare, and she's worked on varied other APP projects during her time in the DNP program. Tamara also has completed this program in 4 semesters in 1 summer, which is outstanding. Tamara also plans to publish a paper from her project and also has some other ideas related to publication. I think we're going to hear a lot related to Tamara's successes in the future. So congratulations, Dr. Langley.
Thank you, Dr. Hampton. Next, I'd like to introduce Dr. Karen Stefaniak.
Karen, take your mute off. There you go.
I turned it back on and off. At any rate, Kristen Makowski is in the clinical leadership in the healthcare program. Her project was evaluating colorectal cancer screening rates in an urban primary care practice. On her committee, along with me, was Judy Daniels and Karen Butler. Kristen has a well-rounded nursing education in that she began her nursing education at EKU, graduating with a BSN, and then she completed a master's at Northern Kentucky University and became a family nurse practitioner. After that particular educational experience, she began working in the clinic at UK. This clinic is the UK Department of Digestive Diseases and Nutrition. And it was during her experience working in this clinic that she noticed that so many patients were presenting with advanced colorectal cancer and had apparently not had preventative screening. And she wanted to understand this. She wanted to understand why. And then, of course, she wanted to develop strategies on how to improve the screening rates. So she embarked on this particular project evaluating colorectal cancer screening rates. In addition to that, keep in mind, as with several other students that you have been introduced to, that our students are experts at multitasking. While she completed this program, she and her husband, Andrew, gave birth to 2 babies. It is not easy to work full-time, raise a family, and complete a DNP. So congratulations, Dr. Makowski.
Thank you, Dr. Stefaniak. We will now continue, and we are going to move on to our adult gero clinical nurse specialist track. And at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce you to Dr. Martha Biddle.
Thank you, Dr. Melander. I'm very pleased to present our recent graduate from the clinical nurse specialist track, Tabitha Riley. Tabitha's title of her DNP project was a modified screening tool to evaluate risk of unanticipated return visits to the emergency department. I, along with Dr. Howard, Dr. Halcomb, and Dr. Hardin Pierce, had the honor of guiding Tabitha through her project. She did an outstanding job, and we were all very proud of her. Tabitha was very determined and goal-oriented as a student from the very beginning. She successfully completed 2 tracks of study during the DNP program, both the clinical nurse specialist and the acute care nurse practitioner, all within 3 years. As an active duty officer in the United States Army, Tabitha has a career path that is planned that will undoubtedly distinguish her abilities as a natural leader. Congratulations, Dr. Riley.
Thank you so much, Dr. Biddle, and don't go anywhere. We have such talented faculty that that concludes our graduates for the Adult Gerontological CNS track, and we are now moving to the Adult Gerontological Acute Care Nurse Practitioner track, in which Dr. Martha Biddle serves as our first advisor to introduce our first AGACNP DNP graduate.
Thank you. I'm pleased to introduce Dina Schwika, who completed the Adult Gero Acute Care Nurse Practitioner track. Her DNP project was titled Nurse-Driven Enteral Nutrition Protocol for Mechanically Ventilated Patients. Along with Dr. Halcomb and Dr. Degener, we guided Dina through this project and through her 3 years of studies, and she did an awesome job. I have to share that every time I met with Dina, she was smiling. And that easygoing nature and her strong desire for success has enabled her to reach her goal of becoming a doctorally prepared acute care nurse practitioner. Congratulations, Dina.
Thank you, Dr. Biddle. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Jean Edward.
Thank you, Dr. Melander. It is my pleasure to introduce and congratulate Carmen Freed on completing her DNP project on evaluating a concussion management and discharge education training module for emergency department nurses. Carmen was inspired to do this project from her own personal experiences with concussion syndrome. A few years ago, Carmen was involved in a rear-end car accident, and she ended up in the ER with what she thought was a minor head injury, but it turned out to be a missed concussion. And Carmen has taught me all about this throughout the time with her. But she has really suffered from debilitating symptoms from concussions that led her to seek her own treatment and develop her own plan of care, which is really something to applaud. She has taken her passion and channeled it into taking care of patients with neurological conditions and advocating for concussion management and care, and even advocating on the Capitol Hill to bring recognition to this condition. We are so proud of you, Carmen, and you have truly been an inspiration to me and many others. And on behalf of your committee and the Dean and faculty of the College of Nursing, we wish you all the best and know that you will do amazing things as an APRN and a DNP graduate. Congratulations, Dr. Freed.
Thank you, Dr. Edward. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Melanie Harden-Pierce.
Greetings. It is my pleasure to speak to Dr. Hoffman and his work in the Adult Gero Acute Care Nurse Practitioner track of the DNP program. The title of his scholarly project was Multifaceted Interventions to Improve Hand Hygiene Compliance Among Nurses. Obviously, a very timely topic in this COVID time that we're in, along with soon to be Dr. Blanton and Dr. Degener, who helped me work with Chris on his project. He was able to impact how we understand nurses' compliance with hand hygiene practices. Chris earned his DNP, his BSN from the University of Kentucky in 2013, and he is a seasoned ICU nurse in the medicine ICU at UK and has been there ever since. Chris will continue his career as an advanced practice nurse right here with the pulmonary service in the MICU as an intensivist. His scholarship improved our understanding of hand hygiene practices in the ICU. Congratulations, Dr. Hoffman. It is also my pleasure to introduce Whitney Jamison, who also completed the Adult Gero Acute Care Nurse Practitioner track of the DNP program. The name of her scholarly project was The Effects of Scheduled Acetaminophen and Methocarbamol Administration on Postoperative Opioid Use and Related Side Effects Among Cardiac Surgery Patients. Dr. Jamison, she's from Eminence, Kentucky, and she earned her BSN from Morehead State University. She's a nurse, an ICU nurse in the CVICU right here at UK Healthcare. Through her multidisciplinary project, She has distinguished herself by introducing a non-opioid medication regimen to reduce complications of opiate use in our post-op coronary artery bypass surgery patients. Again, along with Dr. Clements, Dr. Melander, Dr. Ather, and Dr. Pandya, she has been able to make an impact on not only how we control pain in the post-op population, but also reducing opiate use and the side effects from opiate use, both in the hospital as well as after discharge. Congratulations, Dr. Jameson. Third, I have the honor to introduce Dr. Renee Rogers, who also completed her adult gero-acute care nurse practitioner program. The title of her scholarly project was The Effect of a Nursing Knowledge Practice Improvement Project for ICU-Acquired Weakness and Mobility Protocols to increase knowledge and self-confidence in ICU nurses. Along with Dr. Halcomb and Dr. Melander, she was able to improve nursing knowledge and self-efficacy in the CVICU nurses in this area. She earned her associate and bachelor's of nursing degrees from Midway College, and she's been an ICU nurse in the trauma and surgical ICU units at UK ever since. Dr. Rogers will be continuing her critical care career as an adult geriatric acute care nurse practitioner. Congratulations, Dr. Rogers. It's also a great pleasure to introduce Katie Rust, Dr. Katie Rust, who also completed her adult gero acute care nurse practitioner program. The name of her project was Increasing Adherence to a Light Sedation Protocol by increasing nurses' knowledge and confidence. Along with Dr. Baston, Dr. Fisher, and Dr. Degener, we advised her and worked with her for her project, which she was able to increase adherence to a nurse-driven sedation protocol for ICU patients. She earned her BSN from UK in 2012, and she is also a seasoned ICU nurse in the medicine ICU right here at UK, where she's a clinical leader and a change agent. She hopes to continue her advanced practice career at UK as well. Congratulations, Dr. Rust. I would also like to congratulate Dr. and Major Daniel Williams, who completed the acute care program here in the DNP program. And the name of his project was Implementing a Multi-Component Intervention to Improve Nursing Knowledge of Delirium and Interprofessional Communication of Delirium in Intensive Care Patients. He completed this project in the VA Medical Center right here in Lexington. I chaired his committee along with Dr. Debra Hall, Dr. Melander, and Dr. Angel Cause. Major Williams' project was a multidisciplinary project as well. And he impacted the culture of the VA Medical Center ICU in order to standardize discussion of patient delirium risk during multidisciplinary rounds. No small thing to actually change culture and practice across disciplines. Major Williams earned his Bachelor of Science in Nursing from the University of Louisville in 2009. He entered the Air Force in April of 2010, followed by a deployment to Afghanistan in support of our nation's Operation Enduring Freedom. Dr. Williams will assume the role of an acute care nurse practitioner at the 60th Inpatient Operations Squadron, David Grant Medical Center, Travis Air Force Base in California. He's going to be leaving like next week. And he has a very systematic career path, and we will be looking for great things from Dr. Major Daniel Williams. Congratulations, Dr. Williams.
Dr. Harden Pierce. So it's my pleasure to wrap up our AG-ACNP graduates by talking to you about my advisees. So I'll begin with Jennifer Bowman. Jennifer's DNP project was health-related quality of life and post-traumatic stress disorder in survivors in extracorporeal membrane oxygenation or ECMO support. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Jennifer. She joined the military reserves as a military police officer in 2001 and served for 15 years. During that time, she worked as a 911 dispatcher in Lexington and completed a BS in criminal justice in 2008. At that time, she learned that she had a passion for helping people, so she went back to school for nursing. She finished her ADN from EKU in 2011 and her BSN program from EKU in 2014. She enrolled into our AG-ACNP DNP track here at the University of Kentucky in 2015. She currently worked in cardiac cath lab at the University of Kentucky, where she's continued to be for the past 5 years. Prior to that, she was at ICU at Good Samaritan for 2 years. She also currently is a TA for the undergraduate nursing program and plans to continue as part-time faculty member in the fall. She's been married for 15 years, and Jennifer has 3 children, Miles, Izzy, and Abby, that she would like to thank for their continued support throughout her journey at UK. So thank you, Jennifer. We're excited for you, and we know you're going to do great things. My next student is Sarah Brown. Sarah's DNP topic was individualizing patient care during percutaneous coronary intervention to reduce operator risk, adjusted bleeding rates, a pre-post interventional study. This was a great study. It was actually conducted in Ohio, and Sarah had some wonderful results there. She has so much data that we could continue to work on this for quite some time. And so, Sarah, we're looking forward to what else comes from that study. And a little bit about Sarah specifically. She was raised in Alexandria, Kentucky. After she completed her BSN at the University of Kentucky, she began her new career as an ICU nurse, where she spent 6 years, including 2 years as an assistant manager. While she thoroughly enjoyed that, then she moved to the cath lab, and about 5 years ago, she started to develop a desire to do something a little bit more with her career. And she hadn't thought that it would take her into the provider role, but she has very much enjoyed that role. Her last 3 years have been very challenging, she admits, while completing the program and working full time. But again, as you've heard from many of our other graduates, she has a 4-year-old, Annabelle Barrett, who is 2, and she wants to just say how thankful she is for the support of her husband, Nick, for being so encouraging and supporting her along the way. She wants to always recognize her parents, Jim and Karen Bell, for their endless amount of encouragement, support, and babysitting along the way. So thank you so much, parents and everyone. I don't think we say that quite enough, but you are the reason why we're all able to do many of the things we're able to do. So congratulations, Sarah, and we're looking forward to seeing what all wonderful things you do with your project as you continue. My next student is Sarah Bushman. And Sarah's DNP project was engaging patients to prevent harm, implementation of a hospital-acquired pressure injury prevention education video. This was quite interesting, and as all of you know, it's still a big, huge issue for us, whether you are a nurse at the bedside or advanced practice provider. So Sarah will do a lot, her work will go a long way in this area to help our patients in this specific area that we are continuing to struggle with. So I want to tell you a little bit about Sarah as well. Sarah also is from Lexington, Kentucky. She went to Henry Clay High School, and then she went straight on to the University of Kentucky, where she got her bachelor's in science and psychology first. After which she worked at the Kentucky Surgery Center. And at that time, Sarah did just about everything that there is to do at the Kentucky Surgery Center, including physician credentialing. She worked in the OR, she worked in endoscopy and pre-op and PACU. So after doing all of that, she decided to go back to school, and she went to EKU, where she obtained her bachelor's in science while working. During that 2 years of school, she became a tech at Central Baptist. Once she graduated, she began her first nursing position in neuro ICU, where Dr. Sarah Lester, you all have heard her name quite often in our DNP students. Sarah was a preceptor and to Sarah Bushman, and she was quite an influence for Sarah, so much to the point that that is when she knew that she wanted to come back to school to get her AGACNP. A couple of special things about Sarah. During her time as a bedside nurse, she has been honored with a Daisy Award nomination, as well as a Blue Jacket. She's a Blue Jacket recipient from Dr. Colleen Schwartz for providing care to a gentleman during a plane flight. So thank you so much, Sarah. Congratulations. And we look forward to seeing all of your efforts down the road as well. Our last advisee is Brittany Kellum. And Brittany's DNP project was improving compliance with the VitalGo Total Lift Bed to improve patient outcomes, a quality improvement study. And she had quite a dynamic committee. And a person that's not mentioned on here who was quite helpful is Candace Hall, or Dr. Candace Falls as well. So we learned quite a lot, and I believe this is a project that we're ready to continue work on as well. So Brittany learned quite a lot with early ambulation and early movement, early mobility with this that we can share and help all of our patients at UK Healthcare and beyond. So Brittany wanted me to share a little bit about her or specifically things that she'd like for me to share about her is that she started her nursing career in 2011 by following in her sister's footsteps. And she graduated from Moorhead State University with her Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. She started as a bedside nurse at UK Chandler Medical Center in the stroke ICU, where she spent the first 4 years of her career taking care of patients in a comprehensive stroke unit. While there, she served in many roles as well. She was a secretary in the Service Line Council, and she was also an active member on the enterprise-wide Critical Care Council. Currently, and for the previous 5 years, she's worked on the Rapid Response team while regularly teaching ACLS classes and remaining active on the Resuscitation Committee. Her interests continued, and she continued to be mentored by Dr. Sarah Lester. And after which she'd had quite a bit of exposure to Dr. Lester, she knew that she wanted to come back and continue her education. And at that time, she started in 2013 in our FNP program. And as she continued to work alongside many pulmonary nurse practitioners, she decided to switch into the acute care track, where she did finish her DNP. And while Brittany was working, she was able to maintain a GPA of 4.0. Not easy while working and attending school. So congratulations, Brittany. And as well at this time, that concludes all of our DNP graduates for this year. So I would like to send out a very warm congratulations to all of our DNP grads and a heartfelt thank you to all of the faculty and committee members. So thank you all so much for all your work. And with this time, it's my pleasure to turn it back to Dr. Heath.
I too would just like to ask everyone just to give a big virtual thumbs up to all our PhD graduates and our DNP graduates. So let me see those thumbs, everybody. Raise them up. Moms, dads, children, thumbs up. Good job. At this time, I would like to introduce Carrie Moore. She is the director of our College of Nursing Office of Alumni and Philanthropy. She will be recognizing 4 doctoral student award recipients that will be made on behalf of the College of Nursing Alumni Association. Carrie?
Thank you, Dean Heath. The Carolyn A. Williams Award is given to a PhD graduate who has demonstrated scholarly activity at the national, regional, or local level with educational presentations, publications, and/or grant funding for research, has mentored nursing students and colleagues in the healthcare professions, and has demonstrated involvement in professional organizations. This year's recipient has already had 2 published in-press papers, 1 as first author, and is an active member of the Breathe team at the UK College of Nursing. She has also supported the college's outreach effort, specifically the oncology nursing specialty, by sharing her knowledge with the Bluegrass chapter of the Oncology Nursing Society, where she is a director at large. On behalf of the College of Nursing Alumni Association, we are pleased to present the May 2020 Carolyn A. Williams Award to Stacy Renee Stanifer. Congratulations, Stacy. The College of Nursing PhD Alumni Award is given to a PhD graduate who has a previous degree from the College of Nursing and who has completed their graduate program with a GPA of 3.5 or greater, supported College of Nursing activities beyond course requirements, demonstrated scholarly activity during their tenure at the college, and mentored other nursing students in the bachelor's or graduate programs. This year's recipient is an active member of Sigma Theta Tau International and the American Heart Association. She has also mentored both PhD and undergraduate students by assisting them in developing and submitting abstracts that have been accepted for presentations at international and national scientific conferences. This recipient is among the first students from the university to be recognized as a Dream Scholar. On behalf of the College of Nursing Alumni Association, I am pleased to present the May 2020 College of Nursing PhD Alumni Award to Caitlin Voights Key. Congratulations, Caitlin, or Katie. The Sebastian Stanhope Award is given to a DNP graduate who has demonstrated scholarly activity at the national, regional, or local level with educational presentations, publications, and/or grant funding for research, has mentored nursing students and colleagues in healthcare professions, and has demonstrated involvement in professional organizations. This year's recipient is the current president of the Association of Postgraduate APRN Programs and has served as the co-chair on various UK healthcare committees. She is also the director of the Advanced Practice Provider Fellowship at UK Healthcare and has developed a professional development ladder for nurse practitioners in her department. On behalf of the College of Nursing Alumni Association, we are pleased to present the May 2020 Sebastian Stanhope Award to Tamra Michelle Langley. Congratulations, Tamra. And finally, the College of Nursing DNP Alumni Award is given to a DNP graduate who has a previous degree from the College of Nursing and who has completed their graduate program with a GPA of 3.5 or greater, has supported College of Nursing activities beyond course requirements, demonstrated scholarly activity during their tenure at the college, and mentored other nursing students in the bachelor's or graduate programs. This year's recipient has been a member of the Kentucky Center for Interprofessional Health Education, the Graduate Nursing Activities and Advisory Council, and the College of Nursing Diversity and Inclusivity Advisory Council. She has given 3 professional presentations during her tenure in the DNP program. She is also a teaching assistant at the College of Nursing and a clinical instructor at Bluegrass Community and Technical College. On behalf of the College of Nursing Alumni Association, I am pleased to present the May 2020 College of Nursing DNP Alumni Award to Corinna Shanice Hughes. Congratulations, Corinna. And congratulations to all our award winners. We will be mailing your award to you later this summer.
Thank you, Carrie. So I was watching these faces and there's a lot of happiness going on. So I hope each and every one of you feel that and just know that we are just giving you lots of love and support for all of your great work that you've done. So once again, congratulations, Stacy, Katie, Tamra, and Karina. Great job. Just a few minutes ago, we were celebrating our new generation of nurses virtually Now we have our new generation of doctoral prepared nurses. Just think about that. Out of 4.2 million RNs, you now rank among an elite group of individuals with terminal degrees to impact our beloved profession. How fitting is it as we celebrate Nurses Week to know how proud Florence Nightingale would be to see how data and science is promoting the highest levels of wellness in diverse populations through teaching, research, and evidence-based clinical practice. When the World Health Organization and the American Nurses Association declared 2020 as the year of the nurse and midwife, no one imagined it would look like this. The declaration is so timely, though, especially for doctoral prepared nurses, as the need for your scholarly leadership to help transform the lives of individuals, families, communities, and systems, even during a global pandemic, is needed now more than ever. One patient at a time, one student at a time, one research study at a time, one published paper at a time, and one grant at a time. We are thanking you in advance for the work that you are going to continue to do. I would like to offer my gratitude to each and every one of you for your commitment to the scholarship of our nursing profession, for challenges you conquered, for the scholarly DNP projects and PhD dissertations you completed, for the goals you reached and even surpassed, especially during these unprecedented times. You, your families, and your friends should be very proud today and very hopeful for the possibility of the future that lies ahead for you. Before we conclude our virtual graduate recognition ceremony activities, I would like to ask for a round of thumbs up for the amazing teamwork of Kathy Collins, Patty Foster, Jesse Stallworth, and Perry Berries. They have been our heroes to help make today's event possible. Those Zoom angels were with us, so everybody give those thumbs straight up for them. Now, graduates, we have a very special video that was prepared for you by your faculty and advisors. Please enjoy.
Congratulations, doctors of the COVID-19 Warrior Class of 2020. Life gives us three choices: give up, give in, or give it all you've got. It's evident that you have given it all. Congratulations, Class of 2020.
I'm Sharon Locke. I teach in the primary care nurse practitioner program. And I just wanted to say good luck to everybody. I know you all will make amazing contributions to nursing practice and research. So good luck and make sure you keep in touch.
Congratulations, College of Nursing PhD and DNP program graduates, our resilient COVID-19 scholars. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication, and I wish you all the very best in your future career endeavors. We need you now more than ever. Congratulations.
Hello, I'm Debra Moser. I'm the Assistant Dean for the PhD program. It's my deep pleasure and honor to congratulate you on achieving the pinnacle of education in nursing, your doctorate. Now that you have your doctorate, go out and change the world. You can do it.
Hello all. I just wanted to say congratulations. Your hard work has paid off and you finally made it to this day. We are so proud of you for all the endurance and all the time you've spent with us in your journey to come to this day. I just want to say I wish you all success in your future endeavors, and may God's mercy and grace go with you.
Congratulations on your graduation and for achieving this incredibly important milestone. My hope for you is as you proceed on the next phase of your journey as a doctorally prepared nurse is that it is all that you have imagined it could be and more. Now go do good work.
Greetings, graduates.
I'm Terry Lenny, Senior Associate Dean in the College of Nursing. I congratulate you for earning the highest degree awarded by the university, an accomplishment for which you can be very proud. I join your advisors, family, and friends in celebrating your success. Well done.
Act as if what you do makes a difference, because it does. William James. Congratulations.
I'm Julie Osage. I teach in the Family Nurse Practitioner track. Hello, May graduates. Think back 3, 4, or 5 years, whenever it was you started in the DNP program. Think how much you have grown since then, both personally and professionally. We are so, so proud of you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates. What an exciting time for you and your family. When I think of all the hard work and effort you've put into getting to this point, it reminds me of a quote from C.S. Lewis. Hardships often prepare people for an extraordinary destiny. Your time here at the University of Kentucky has given you tools to do great things, and I can't wait to see the outcomes of your extraordinary destiny. Congratulations again.
Congratulations. Congratulations, graduates. We're so proud of you. We're so excited for you, and we can't wait to see all the wonderful things you do in this next chapter of your life. Good luck. We wish you all the best. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Okay, at this time, take yourself off of mute and let's give everybody a round of applause. Congratulations, 2020 doctor graduates.
Hey.
Then stop typing in the chat. Put those chats in. This is history. This is history being made. Congratulations. Have a super great day. We cannot tell you how happy we are for you. And to our faculty, my Lord, y'all got me in tears. Excellent job. Congratulations.
Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations.
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 Proud of all of you.
All right, y'all gonna get the picture. Wave at everybody.
The Williams family.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Look at you all. That's lovely.
The COVID graduates.
I know.
You have a we're on there with you.
COVID crew. I'm so proud.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for participating.
Thank you all, Kathy.
Just staring at y'all.
Y'all send your Kodak pictures to us, okay? Celebrate it
Is it too
up.
early to have a celebratory drink?
It's
yes,
not these days. We start early. Bye, guys.
Congratulations.
Congrats, everyone.
Congratulations.